I've got the Spot Hogg Fast Eddy XL with the triple stack in my hand. This is one of the hottest bow sights on the market, and it's my intention to share with you all products that are making a difference for bow hunters or for archers in general. My buddy Kyle has been shooting Spot Hogg products for years. Let's hear what he has to say about this setup.
Alright, so we're about to open this up and just taking a look at what comes in the box. This is the dovetail version so that it'll mount on the V3X through their new mounting system, which is right in the riser here, called the bridge lock technology, which so far I'm really happy with. I've been shooting this bow since November now, but we finally got our hands on one of these triple stacks from Spot Hogg, and we're going to go ahead and mount it up. So it comes with, you can see it's got 3 different rings on it. It's got the big knob, which I won't use, the mounting hardware to mount it onto a regular riser. I also won't use that. And then it does, in the package here, have the new adapter to shift this over a little bit and give us more clearance for having it mounted down the center of the bow instead of off to the side. So we're gonna open it up, and I'm actually gonna weigh it, and then I'm gonna take the 2-pin, because one of the biggest complaints I've heard about this is that they are really heavy. So I'm actually gonna weigh it on my arrow scale here and compare it against the 2-pin Spot Hogg, just so that you can get a comparability. And then I'm also going to take a look at some of the features, hoping there's a little bit more adjustability for fine tuning in this versus the original Spot Hogg. So we'll take a look. So we've got the 0.10 size pins in this one, and we're going to be mounting it up on the brand new Matthews V3X, where I'm currently running the 2-pin Spot Hogg. So I'm going to do a little bit of comparison between the 2-pin Fast Eddy Spot Hogg and the new triple stack. So here we go. All right, so we got it out of the package, and here's the thing I'm most interested in is number one, this new scope. It's got, as you can see, 3 pins here stacked up, but when I turn it to the side, you can see it's actually 3 individual pin housings that line up. Underneath on the bottom here, there are 3 individual Allen screws that adjust the height of each one of those pins. So unlike the old 2-pin, you can actually adjust these to whatever yardage you want, and they're not a fixed gap. And then what's better is here on the indicators, these now you can see have a lot of adjustment, and you can move each pin separately to set it for your 3 pins. So you could set 30, 40, 50 yards and put your pins right, or your indicators right where they need to be, and then when you dial, no matter where you dial, you always know where your first, second, and third pins sit. And then it also has the traditional Spot Hogg style kind of oblong here, so you can loosen this and actually adjust all 3 pins together for slight. So I think it's some of those smaller micro adjustments in this that's going to make sighting this bow in a lot better. One of the challenges I've had with the 2-pin here as I get these set up is when I get it dialed in with field points and everything else, it's good, but then if I end up micro adjusting my rest or something as I'm dialing in my fixed broadheads, and I end up like 3 yards off in adjustment, to make that adjustment is really difficult with the current setup, because it has the fixed gap on the pins there, and it only has this adjustability, which if you're set up in the middle only gives you a little less than 5 yards that you can slide this pin back and forth. So if you get anything outside of that, you end up really running it down and trying to reset the cog and do some weird things, so you don't have to change your tape all the time, which has been one of my complaints about Spot Hoggs for quite a few years. So I'm excited to try this one out. All right, so we got this one all mounted up. This one here is a triple stack, and you can kind of see some of my settings that I used. But what I tried to do, and it's going to be hard with a hand here, but I tried to get it set up with my existing one, so the scope housing is about as far over as it was, because this one was sighted in. And then I also went from the side here and tried to get it up and down about the same as what the double pin is. So got a scale here, we're setting ounces. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the old 2-pin on, and you can see we're 11.6 ounces with that setup. Now the 3-pin, we'll just set it right on, and right here we're about 14.3. So a little bit heavier, 2.5 ounces. You know, not to me, not the end of the world. I do go out west, but I also, you can see I run some fairly extensive front and back bar. And I'm also running about 600 grains arrows. So when I've got a full quiver on, I got a heavy bow, but I like it for stability and for other reasons. So, you know, 2.5 pounds or 2.5 ounces, I guess I'll take it for the adjustability and for the 3rd pin. So we're gonna put it on a bow and do some shooting. So I'll probably have to do an update a little later on how this thing actually is for adjustability, because I'm not into dialing in broadheads and other things. But so far, what I can see between this and the 2-pin, I gotta say I'm pretty happy with the 3-pin. So all right, guys, once again, bought the Fast Eddy, Spot Hogg Fast Eddy triple stack here, and we got that mounted, getting that mounted on the bow today. If you guys are interested in picking up one of these, you can check out a good buddy of mine, Damon Parr, is running Hunter's Warehouse LLC. He's on Amazon and other places. That's who I went ahead and got this one through. Feel free to hit him up. He's got all sorts of good gear. He also does quite a bit with Cuddy Back, Cuddy Link, trail cameras, and a bunch of other products. So check out his website, and I'm sure he'll put a link here in the video. So thank you much.